Shalom, shalom, everybody, kings and queens. This is another episode of What's That All About? In today's episode, this is a quick one, and it's not on our regular scheduled programming, but we have to cover this episode, and I want to give a huge shout out to a sister by the name of True Royal. We'll put the link to her YouTube channel down in the descriptions, and this is information by a brother by the name of
Kendrick Wilson.
And Kendrick Wilson basically uncovered damning evidence from video, audio, bank transactions on how corrupt the police department is, along with her legal team, Breonna Taylor's legal team, that is. So we'll get into that after this. Stay tuned. Shalom, family. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Let's do it. Welcome back, everybody. My name's RJ, and I have my lovely wife here,
T. And
this episode, guys, is very, very, very important. Like I said before, there's a sister by the name, she uses the handle True Royal on YouTube. I've been following her channel for quite some time now, and she got her hands on some information that is extremely damning to the Breonna Taylor case. Now, the problem is that this information has been out there for quite some time, but it kind of fell on deaf ears pretty much after they got that settlement. So I'm gonna read real quick a post from Kendrick Wilson's Facebook page. And oh, by the way, guys, because this man blew the doors off this case, his Facebook page and his Instagram pages, all that stuff has been shut down. So y'all know how it is, man. When the truth comes out, they start shutting it down. So the last post, I believe, and I'm not sure, there's no date or time stamp on this post, but it says, what happens if video comes out of Brett Hankinson going into the apartment after the shooting, removing bullets and other evidence? What kind of charges would he face, and the people who allowed this to happen? Who is Brett Hankinson's boss? Was he even on the crime scene? And does he even know if Brett Hankinson went into the apartment after Breonna was dead? These are the type of questions that need to be asked. I have this whole case solved already. Share this post if you truly want justice for Breonna Taylor. I promise I will deliver. Share, 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 fearless. Hit up the most famous person you know and tell them to share this. And this is the problem, that this brother put all this information out. He even gave this information to Breonna Taylor's legal team, and they tried to make up every excuse possible to not take this information and run with it. So this just goes to show, this continues to confirm how unjust the system is and the two different Americas that we live in. There's an America for black and brown people, and then there's an America for everybody else. So
we just seem to have, based off of the evidence, this is an example to me of the injustice that a lot of cases are getting in our justice system. I mean, this guy Kendrick has audio, phone, video, Cash App transactions, witness statements, all about this case, and it's stuff that we haven't heard about. I mean,
like those Cash App transactions, those are Cash App transactions that the police used to pay off the residents that had evidence on them.
I remember that one, there was something on the news about how there was one person out of all the witnesses that said that they heard the police announce themselves. He has a video of that person stating that he just wanted to leave. He wanted to go home. That person was held. And so to get out of being held by the police, he's stating, Mr. Kendrick is stating that this person made that statement, but that it was later debunked. So, I mean, he has a lot of really, really damning evidence in this case.
That's right. And like I said, we're going to put the link to this video from Sister True Royal. It is 1 hour and 9 minutes long. We're going to put this out, and we need y'all to go watch this video and try to share it everywhere as much as you possibly can, because there is a possibility that this video will be taken down by YouTube, because they are starting to try to clean up the mess, because this case has gotten national attention. This case has gotten international and global attention. So people in the world, the whole world, they know about this case. So now, you know, you're asking the law to walk back all of their statements, which is why you have that one grand juror that was upset because he didn't get all of the evidence, and now he has lawyers to try to back up, you know, because, you know, they're going to want to throw him under the bus.
Well, it seems like there's a lot of different stories to this, and this guy Kendrick seems to have the video evidence. He even has a video of him talking to Mr. Sam Aguilar, and he is one of the attorneys that works with Mr. Crump.
Benjamin Crump.
And
we'll get to him.
Yes. And he is actually basically stating that he had the evidence, he gave it to him, and how if they weren't going to get the evidence out of there, that he was going to do it. And what did he say to that attorney, hun?
He said that he didn't, he basically said that he was afraid of losing his job. And he told him, he said, look, man, I will start up a GoFundMe account for you and raise $50 million if we can get justice for Breonna Taylor. So why are you worried about your job? He was more concerned about the bag than getting justice, because this is the deal. He presented this information to Benjamin Crump and Sam Aguilar before that $12 million settlement took place. That's the kicker.
Yeah, but remember in the settlement, he said that there was a clause in there that they could not give the information on Breonna Taylor's case out to the public. So that might be another reason. But the thing that gets me about this guy is that he's also pointing the finger not just at the police, and he has the evidence, but he's also pointing the finger at her own attorneys, Mr. Crump. And we're going to look into Mr. Crump. I'm going to look up articles on Mr. Crump, because we were saying that his name was very familiar. I know that he's the attorney for Ahmaud that had gotten killed. He's the attorney for Breonna.
Well, we're not necessarily sure about that, but what I can.
No, he is for Ahmaud. I remember that.
Right. So he was definitely an attorney for a lot of Black families that were disadvantaged because of police brutality, or they lost a loved one. And this is the thing, man. It's like, you know, we get and all skin folk ain't kinfolk, man. Like we got these brothers that get on here that, you know, want to come up and so-called help, you know, families like this in need. And, you know, it's all about the publicity. It's all about the attention. And it's, you know, it's all about the bag. You know, when Breonna Taylor's family got the $12 million settlement, like my wife said, there was a clause in there. There was basically a shut up and don't talk about this no more clause in that.
Yeah, but you know what I like about him is that he's reached out to NBC, CNN, NBC.
No, they reached out to him.
Oh, they reached out to him.
They contacted him. CNN
well, then
contacted
that means,
yeah.
Because he actually stated in this video with all the evidence that he gave the information that he had and had collected to these major news agencies, but we're not seeing that.
And he told Sam Aguilar, he was like, if y'all don't, I'm trying to give y'all this information. If y'all don't put this information out, he was like, I will. And he was like, and I'll make it public and I'll blast it. And since he's done that, they have been, trying to shut this man. They already shut this man's pages down. They've had the police show up at his residence. Fortunately, this man has security,
taking, helping to look after him.
He got people in the neighborhood looking out for him and everything. Like this man's life is in grave danger right now because he is exposing the system for what it is. And like this man right here, this brother should have been a lawyer. He should have been Breonna Taylor's attorney, representing the family. And he doesn't have a law degree. And and like when I was in the Army, I was an analyst. I was an intelligence analyst. And a lot of the things that he did was similar to how we gather information and we turn it into intelligence. And then you take that same information and you present it to your commander. And he was trying to give those lawyers a slam dunk, man. He gave them an alley-oop. He gave them the biggest layup in the world, and they didn't take it because they was too worried about the money.
But I think also that a lot of people, the police, are going to great lengths to dig up information and smear this person. It's like victim blaming. I mean, we saw that in Trayvon Martin when he was killed, Freddie Gray,
Sandra Bland,
Jacob Blake. It's like they were trying to find information. And if you listen to this YouTuber and the evidence that she got from Mr. Kendrick, he also stated that the police came and raided his home.
Yeah, they came in his house, went through his stuff while he wasn't there. No warrants, no nothing, just went through his stuff. And he went back on. He was like, I know y'all went through my crib, and this is, this goes to show these are the lengths that the establishment will go to protect white supremacy.
But not only that, he's saying that the Cash App was a lot of payments that they were giving to people to help with their narrative, to say things that weren't true. So we know with this case that we need to look at it again and that we need to start looking up evidence. Like I've been looking at something called the Courier Journal that had a lot of cases. I think it's in Kentucky dealing with Breonna Taylor.
Right.
The New York Times has a lot of article. NBC, MSNBC, they're all reporting on it, but they're not really being cohesive with the evidence. It still seems like they're trying to blame her as the cause of her death.
Exactly. And like he'll talk to CNN, he'll talk to MSNBC, but will they really do anything with it though? Because they're going to get up there and they're going to spew out their narratives and talking points to support whatever base they're catering to. And then at the end of the day, nobody that looks like us gets justice, and they give us the illusion that justice is being served. Like how many times has Benjamin Crump gone and so-called help black families? I've seen this brother on TV I don't know how many times, and I really don't recall anybody getting any justice.
Has anybody gotten justice that he's worked on their case?
If so, please let us know, and I will humbly stand corrected on that. But there's too many times, too often, where stuff like this happens to us. We get these lawyers that supposedly represent us and nothing happens. And then you get these poor black families that have to muster up this money to try to take care of this stuff. I don't know if these lawyers are handling this stuff pro bono. I don't know if they're doing it for free. And if not, if they're not doing it for free, they're definitely doing it for the press. Because the minute their face is all over the major news networks, people are going to start calling them up, looking them up. And the next thing you know, they've gained notoriety and then they're overnight celebrities.
Free publicity.
Exactly. So that right there is just another way to reestablish your brand.
But we just wanted to report on this. We really wanted you to go out and look up this YouTuber. Again, her name is
True Royal. We'll put the link in the description. We don't know how long this particular post will be up. Like I said, it's over an hour long and you got to watch all of it. It is packed with so much evidence. I mean, stuff that I didn't even know about. And I've been kind of following the Breonna Taylor case for a minute now. And this brother he had everything.
He blew it out the park. Not only that, but at the end, he actually went and kind of had his own mock trial based off of the evidence that he had found. But I know I had seen somewhere, it was an article that I had come across where someone else had posted video where this policeman was on the crime scene. Now, I don't know if anybody else knows, but if an officer is involved in an officer-involved shooting, he is not supposed to be on the scene. They send in another division that's supposed to go in and take evidence. So the fact that this person was on the scene, that he was asking about shell casings and things like that.
And he got them on audio.
There. Yes, not only was he on audio, but there's also other cases that suggest he may have been taking evidence. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to be looked at with this case.
Right, exactly. And like I said, we were going to post this gentleman's social media links in there, but all of his social media pages, it looks as if they have been shut down, and that's unfortunate. But like I said, family, this is what happens when the truth comes out. And unfortunately for them, the truth hurts.
Yeah, and if you want to look up some of the information, we will have it on our website. One of the articles I looked at was from the New York Times, what we know about Breonna Taylor, her case. We just want you to be informed.
That's right. And if you guys want to get a hold of us, you can email us at wtaa2020@gmail.com. You can follow us on YouTube at What's That All About? And you can hit us up on Facebook as well. Guys, family, we had to get this out. We really appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We need stuff like this to be spread amongst our community so we're not bombarded with the lies from mainstream media.
And we get the truth that's out there.
Seek ye the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And with that being said, I bid you all shalom.
Shalom.